Okay, so my first question,
Okay.
I would like to ask you to describe childbirth. How would you describe it? What was it like?
Well, obviously for each woman it's different. For myself personally, it was a roller coaster, to say the least. It was painful, felt incredibly long, but worth it in every way. With both of the girls, I went completely natural. The first one being 18 hours of natural birth, and the second one being about 6 hours of natural birth. And it was incredibly rewarding and very empowering. It made me feel very on top of the world by the time I was done. But I will definitely say the experience itself of childbirth is, without a doubt, the most painful thing I've ever gone through. Hands down.
With both of our daughters being relatively little still, what are some lessons that they have taught you early on in your parenting excursion?
I think my biggest life lesson I have received from the girls, being a mother for the past 10 or so years, has been to take each moment truly captive and be slow and not speed things up. I think when we're little, we are so busy wanting to be an adult or get to the next stage of something. And I think when you have kids, you want time to just stop and you want to admire that moment and be in that moment and be present. So I think that was my greatest life lesson thus far, at least, being a mother to the two girls.
How is motherhood now compared to how you perceived it prior to having children? How do you compare that thought to the reality of how it actually is?
I had a proper perception, but I didn't have it aligned properly. So I feel like I knew it was going to be difficult in areas and I knew it was going to be rewarding in areas, but I didn't realize where it was going to be difficult and where it was going to be rewarding. I didn't think that the simplest things would be the most rewarding and the most difficult things would also be, quite frankly, the simplest things. So something like eating, way more difficult, where I thought it would be a matter of dealing with an attitude, So I think it was a matter of my perspective of where the struggle would be and then where the enjoyment would be, because my reward is in the small things, the small movements, finally getting a smile out of the baby, things like that. So I feel like, of course, my natural response would be these big things, but sure as heck, it's the tiny little things that either drive me crazy or make me the happiest woman in the world.
After becoming a mother, what are the two biggest changes in your life?
Well, without a doubt, the first would be the temperature of my coffee. It is no longer warm every morning. It definitely is cold or has been microwaved a handful of times. And two would, without a doubt, be the size of my heart. It has grown exponentially.
How would you say parenthood has affected your relationship with your awesome husband?
Like how you toss the awesome part in there. For a lot of people, parenthood is a huge factor in what makes relationships difficult, especially marriages. But believe it or not, becoming a parent, especially with you, Eric, has made me fall in love with you more than I have ever loved someone. More than the day I said I do 5 years ago. So, looking at those girls, seeing you, being a parent with you, has been a blast, and it has made our relationship, I firmly believe, stronger than it ever has been. I love you. I love you both.